We are live. Welcome to the Sports 101 podcast on this Sunday evening. We have a bunch of stuff to get into, and the one of the biggest things that has been talked about today is the injury to Dak Prescott. For me, this is just a problem. You know what I mean? Like Doc Prescott did whatever he had to do. Doc Prescott did whatever was necessary to do, and he, got franchise tagged when he was supposed to get paid. But now he's injured. The injury looks like the same injury that Alex Smith suffered about a year ago. And the other big story is Alex Smith coming in for the Washington football team and finishing the game and being able to finish the game without getting injured, being able to get away from that fear of getting injured. Listen, I understand this is a football game, and I understand that you're putting your body, your liability on the line, and there's a chance that you may get injured. I get it, but here's the thing: to get injured, when you are playing on a 1 year deal and you don't know what's gonna happen next year. Because here's the thing: the season for the Dallas Cowboys is not over. You have Andy Dalton as a backup quarterback who has been a starter in this league, who has started for the Bengals for years. So he has an experience being a starter. So you don't have to worry about, him not being able to, deal with the pressure of coming in for Dak Prescott. But I'm not worried about that. That's not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is, will Dak Prescott ever play football? Listen, with injuries like this, what happens most of the time is you don't know if you're gonna come back. You don't know if the player is going to be able to, come back and play, football again. What you saw from the Dallas Cowboys players, from the Giants players, is the fact that this is just a gruesome injury. This is an injury that you do not wish on your, worst enemy. This is something that you don't wish on anybody at all. Let me say this much. Okay, let me say this much. My thing, when it comes to some Giants fans, specifically, there's a guy that was on Mark Holmes' page. Mark Holmes was live, and he was laughing. He was making fun of Dak Prescott, saying that he got injured and everything. When Saquon Barkley got injured, we didn't laugh like you laughed. We didn't make fun of, your running back, Saquon Barkley. Why are you making fun of Dak Prescott? This is not no laughing matter. The fact is, Dak Prescott never missed a start. The fact is that when Dak Prescott missed practice because of an injury, it was a back page story in Dallas. That's the fact. Listen, and for the people that say Dak Prescott doesn't need to get paid, and the fact is, listen, the tag needs to go. The tag needs to go. Because here's the thing: when you have a player like Dak Prescott, who has not only proven himself, who has not only shown he can do, he can do it in a big stage like the others, like Russell Wilson and everything. And I understand that the talking heads want to go ahead and hate on Dak Prescott, but the fact is that guy is a professional. The fact is, I'd rather have Dak Prescott than other quarterbacks in this league. There are four, five, six, up to 10 quarterbacks that I will not take before Dak Prescott. Okay, this is just a sad night. Okay, I don't care if we win the game against the Giants. It's the Giants. Of course, we're gonna win the game against the Giants. Of course, they are not a good team. They're not a great team. They don't know what to do. They don't have a quarterback. Jason Garrett's the offensive coordinator. Jason Garrett doesn't really know what he's doing. He's Coach Clapp. I will tell you this right now, and I have said this before. Jason Garrett is going to be the next head coach of the the Giants. And as a Dallas Cowboy fan, I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan since 2008. And I've seen him, take the Dallas Cowboys nowhere. I've seen him clap and clap and clap, time and time again. And that's what he was doing today. Okay, I understand that they were leading. I understand we were down, and we came back and won the game. Listen, it was two bad football teams playing. It was two bad football teams playing. Okay, and the team that was not as bad as the other one ended up winning. Okay, now the news conference and everything. You can see that everybody, is worried about Dak Prescott, is worried about, what's going to happen to Dak Prescott. Ezekiel Elliott is not, happy, and I expect him not to be happy because those two are a great, friends, great football players, great teammates, and everything. But you can see when he got injured, the happiness, the power, the happy go lucky Dallas Cowboys, were not there anymore. You can see the daylight go out of the stadium, and I understand I'm talking right now, and I understand that I'm keeping it together and everything. But to see a guy who has put everything on the line, who has came in for Tony Romo and took over and never looked back, to see a guy that has been told he can't do it since he's been in Dallas, a guy who has been absolutely ridiculed by the talking heads, okay, by Stephen A. Smith, by Skip Bellis, by Shannon Sharp. You can talk about every single sports news network, and they have been talking about Dak Prescott, saying Dak Prescott cannot really, play that great of a football. I understand that the talking heads, one thing that the talking heads did well, and one thing that I will agree with the talking heads on is the fact that when they fought for Dak Prescott to get paid. I agree. He should get paid. There was no way for him to get franchise tagged. And listen, I think the Dallas Cowboys made a mistake. I think the Dallas Cowboys made a mistake. Um, Next year, if, and this is a big if, Dak Prescott somehow, some way can come back and be the starting quarterback. And listen, if there's anybody that I'll put my money on, and if there's anybody in the NFL that will fight, claw, and work his way back, it's Dak Prescott. This guy will be back. He will be back next year. He will be back after this season. I don't even care if we do anything this season. To me, the season's over. I understand that, Andy Dalton is an okay quarterback, a good quarterback, a great backup to have. But for me, the season's over. I will still watch football. I'm happy that we are out of the Matt Castle situation, when Tony Romo got injured and was out for the season, and we were dealing with Brandon Whedon and Matt Castle and all those bum quarterbacks. I'm happy that we have, somewhat of a good a backup quarterback that everybody wants to have. Now, we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see if the season is going to be motivated by Dak Prescott. And listen, he's going to be on the sidelines. If there's any way that he's going to be back this season, he's going to be on the sidelines and he's going to be coaching. The other thing I'm going to talk about, and I will focus on the Dallas Cowboys, and I'll focus on the Washington football team, the quarterback number 11, Alex Smith, coming back and playing for the first time since his injury. And what's sad is that when we were happy for Alex Smith to come back and go back on the field and get his jitters and his mind being scared of playing football again away, and when we were happy for him not getting injured and finishing the game with being, not getting injured and being able to finish the game and everything. Now we have Dak Prescott get injured and out for the season. That's the sad thing. But I'm happy for Alex Smith. Look, Alex Smith is a great quarterback. We'll see if he's gonna start next week. We'll see if he's gonna play next week. But let me say something about Alex Smith. To come back from that injury is a miracle. Okay, he had to fight infections. He had to fight a bunch of surgeries. I think he had 4 or 5 surgeries on his foot, and the infection and the uncertainty of him coming back and everything. I will talk about it in depth tomorrow on the regular podcast that we're gonna have from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking. It's always appreciated. I came on tonight to just talk about Dak Prescott and the injury and everything. My final take is the tag needs to go. The tag. If you're the NFL, if you're the players association in the NFL, you're gonna have to fight for the tag to go away. Because if there's one thing you're gonna learn from this, is that you can, from this injury, from the injury that Dak Prescott suffered, if there's something that you're gonna learn from this, is that the tag is not good for your players. Because of this situation, you bet on yourself, and this happens, and now you don't know if you're gonna come back. We'll talk about this and more on our podcast, on the Sports 101 podcast that will air from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow afternoon. The podcast will be live for about an hour. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking. If you're new to this video, if you're new to this channel, and if you're watching this on replay and you like what you're listening to, please don't forget to go and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that post notifications to be notified each and every time we go live and upload a video. We will be live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The podcast will be live until 5. We'll have news conferences. We'll have sound bites from the whole sports media and the talking heads. We'll talk about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking. Until next time. Peace out.